Big news tonight on the damaged ExxonMobil refinery in Torrance. It's been sold.
The plant was damaged after a major explosion last February, which caused gas prices to skyrocket in Southern California.
The news comes on the same day as a CBS investigation found the accident almost created a toxic cloud that could have injured or killed people for miles around the plant.
KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan is live in Torrance now with that investigation and reaction to it. Dave?
Well, that's right, Lena and Juan. While the headlines today were all about the sale of the Torrance refinery, this investigative report by the CBS Evening News on what happened that day in February when the huge explosion hit the refinery may have a much longer impact. Memories of the February explosion of the Torrance ExxonMobil refinery are still fresh in the minds of many local residents, even as the news of the refinery's sale was announced, a sale that's not likely to bring lower gas prices. But CBS News reports the explosion could have been much worse.
We were really lucky.
Vanessa Sutherland was recently appointed to head the Federal Chemical Safety Board, one of the agencies that investigated the refinery explosion.
I think it is of concern to us that we have a facility that had a near miss, which I actually feel very lucky about. It could have been much more catastrophic.
4 workers were injured in the accident, but what has not been previously reported is that when the explosion occurred, it launched an 80,000-pound piece of equipment, which flew nearly 100 feet. CBS News obtained this photo, which shows the piece landed a few feet from a tank containing a form of dangerous hydrofluoric acid, also known as HF, a highly toxic chemical that, if released, could form a cloud of toxic gas that can drift for miles, potentially causing thousands of injuries and even death.
HF, in our view and in my view, is one of the most hazardous and deadly chemicals. In worst case scenarios at deadly levels, it causes asphyxiation because once inhaled, it causes respiratory problems that build up fluid and you ultimately drown.
And with 200,000 people living within 3 miles of the refinery, CBS News reports that documents from ExxonMobil filed with the EPA estimate that in a worst-case scenario, release of hydrofluoric acid could affect those nearby residents, many of whom could be injured or even killed.
If I were in the community, I absolutely would be concerned.
Torrance Mayor Patrick Fury, who says he lives only 14 houses from the refinery, watched the CBS report and had this reaction.
It raises concerns, obviously. Anytime any agency raises a question about the safety on the refinery.
But Fury told me he also has concerns that he had to find out about this from watching a report on CBS.
I'm concerned that the Chemical Board would make such a statement today without communicating with me and or my safety officers in the city of Torrance, my city manager's office, and alerting us to this problem that they see and maybe discussing it with us and see what we think.
ExxonMobil told CBS they strongly disagree with any claims that there was a significant risk to the hydraulic acid unit. And the head of the Western States Petroleum Association said this about the risk.
I think the technology that are employed in these refineries for all of the hazardous materials that are used have proved themselves to be very successful.
Well, the mayor of Torrance told me he now intends to contact the Chemical Board and other investigative agencies to find out more about these allegations made in the CBS report. And Juan, he also said he wants to find out what, if anything, can be done about it.